So I thought I'd share with you today, whilst you're in lockdown, a lovely massage that you can practice on whoever you're in lockdown with. Now this is taken from the Ayurvedic principles of Indian head massage, and I'm just going to show you a few movements that you can very easily do. You don't need any oil, you can just go straight in with this massage. Okay, so first movement we're going to do is hand placement. So we're just going to take our hands from the shoulders, one at a time, just gently rest, no pressure please, on top of the head. And the first thing we always do before any massage is just be still. Take 3 nice deep breaths in and out, and encourage the person that you're doing this to do the same. And then our first movement is a shampoo movement, and we always work from front to the back of the scalp. And just as if you're giving yourself, and you want to work nice and deeply, take your time, don't rush the movement. Don't hold your breath whilst you're massaging, just breathe steadily and slowly and calmly. Because what happens is the energy connection between yourself and the person you're working on really will help to slow down the heart rate, really help to release feel-good neurotransmitters from the brain, and also when we're de-stressing, we help to raise and maintain a healthy immune system. So working from the front to the back is one movement, and we do this 7 times. I was once asked why I do 7 movements. 7 movements, the number 7 is a very spiritual number. It signifies the 7 chakras and the 7 cycles of life, and it also is a really good amount of time to make sure that we're encouraging the improved and increased circulation of blood. Okay, so the next movement is a friction movement, and you're going to do one side of the scalp at a time. So one hand rests on the scalp, and I normally place my thumb towards the back just to anchor and keep the head still, because the head, as the person relaxes, may move around a little. So this just helps to steady the scalp, the head. So with our fingertips, almost as if I'm rubbing out, and this is actually great that I've got Raf being my model today, because of course it doesn't matter if you have hair or not, but if someone had hair it would be very difficult to demonstrate the movements. So here you can see exactly what my fingers are doing. So we're going back and forth. So one complete movement is going all the way back to the base of the skull, and to the front again, that's one movement, and we're going to do that 7 times. And again, when we've done that, we anchor the thumb to the back and we do the other side. So just as if we're rubbing out. Now, you know, Indian head massage is beautiful. I mean, this is why, you know, people from the continent there have the most luxuriously beautiful, thick, rich hair, because this is practiced on a daily basis from grandmother to daughter, grandmother to grandchild. And these friction movements and these massage movements on the scalp really do encourage a surge of blood to the root stem to really encourage a healthy growth of hair. And after we've done our friction movement, we're going to do a very gentle tapping. Now, sorry, I do laugh with this one because in the past some of my students have been a little bit overzealous with this movement. So it's just a gentle movement with the fingertips, tapping all the way back. And forward is 1, and we're going to do that 7 times. do try and encourage the person that you're working on to focus on that breathing, because deep breathing is also very good for the movement of the cerebral spinal fluid. So it really does help to get chemical messengers to and from the body nice and swiftly. Okay, and then when we've done that for 7, we're going to do some pressure point movements. So just with our fingertips, it's almost like, and I think when you're doing this movement, use your thumbs to anchor, but also just lean their head into your body just for extra support, because this is quite a deep movement. So this is a little bit like Spock's mind meld. So with your fingers, they're not sort of doing this, they're in one spot, but you're doing a nice deep rotation. And we're going to move one finger width apart and do the same. Now this is a very slow sequence of movement, and we're just going to do this once. We're going to do that all the way back, and as you do the back of the head, just step back so you can get your fingers down to the back as far as they can go. Okay, and then just finishing off on the governing vessel, just with our fingertips, we're just going to rest the head on our body, and we're just going to stroke from the governing vessel which just from the centre of the eyebrows, stroking back. This is a really lovely, soothing movement. And then we're going to finish where we started with our shampooing movement. And when you're at the back of the scalp, it's easier to sort of integrate the thumbs to do the shampooing movement there. And just take 3 deep breaths with your hands just gently resting on the scalp. And as you're breathing in, just really bring up those emotions of love. Really connect to the person that you're working on.